there's an unwritten rule in the extraction genre. The gear isn't yours. It's just your turn to use it. That constant, looming threat of losing everything to another player. The only reason a lot of us play these games. It's what makes the victory taste sweet. But right now, in February 2026, the developers of Ark Raiders Embark are trying to rewrite that rule. They've built a world where you can kill anyone. They're doing everything in their power to make you feel like a bad person for doing it. Embark Studios is no longer just building a game, they are performing this massive social experiment on us. Through a hidden aggression-based matchmaking system and events like Shared Watch. They are telling us that if you play this game as a cutthroat PvP raider, you're doing it wrong. Today, we're going deep. We're talking about the pivot from the PvE to the PvPvE, the secret aggression scores, tracking your every move, and why Embark's obsession with kindness is the biggest threat to this game's 12 million players. So to understand the why, we have to look at the before. In 2021, Ark Raiders was released as a co-op PvE hero shooter. It was safe, it was friendly, and it was, according to the devs, boring. CEO Patrick Sutherland had been incredibly candid about this. He admitted that after a long development cycle, the team realised the game lacked what he calls the secret sauce. Shooting robots and Ark for 40 hours is a loop that gets old fast. So they delayed the game, changed it from a free-to-play to a $40 premium title. And most importantly, they added the PvP mechanic. The addition of other players transformed Ark Raiders. Suddenly, the machines weren't the only threat. That secret sauce was the unpredictability of human choice and behaviour. But here's the irony. Embark found the fun in PvP, and now they seem to be spending all their energy trying to make sure that fun doesn't actually happen. They invited the wolves to the party, and now they're upset we're acting like wolves. So let's talk about the mechanic that is currently setting the community on fire. Aggression-based matchmaking. People believe in it, others don't. But Embark isn't just matching you based on your skill or ping. They are tracking your social behaviour. Sutherland confirms this in late 2025. If you are a good neighbour, someone who waves, helps others kill Ark, or shares loot, the game tries to put you in lobbies with other good neighbours. If you're a hostile raider who shoots on sight, you get tossed into the sweat pits. But design lead Virgil Watkins calls this name a misnomer. He says the game doesn't judge intent, just actions. So let's be real. If the game sees you shoot first, it labels you. This is a disaster for the game's health, in my opinion. Extraction shooters need social friction. If you put all the nice people in one lobby, the tension dies. You're back to the 2021 version of the games that the devs already admitted wasn't fun. Furthermore, Embark has explicitly stated they won't add PvP leaderboards because they don't want to foster that kind of gameplay. Sutherland said, the game is about shooting other players. Wait a minute. You pivoted to an extraction shooter because PvE was boring. The ethos isn't to shoot players. Now this is a massive contradiction that is confusing some players. This brings us to the Shared Watch event running right now. This is a social experiment wrapped in a limited time event. The event rewards you for merit, points earned by destroying Ark machines. Crucially, you earn 0 progress for PvP actions. Embark is literally bribing you to be a pacifist. The tagline is, you watch my back, I'll watch yours. It sounds wholesome, but it's creating a culture of shame PvP. And during this event, if you shoot someone, the community reaction isn't nice play, it's why are you being toxic. I've had it myself. We're all just trying to get the slugger set by moralising gameplay choices. Embark is stifling the very emergence that makes these games work. The secret sauce isn't cooperation, it's the possibility of cooperation, balanced against the risk of betrayal. When you take away the risk, you take away the game entirely. And Embark is trying to walk a tightrope. They want the hardcore engagement of the extraction crowd, but they want the vibe of a friendly co-op community. But if everyone is friendly, the loot has no value. And if the loot has no value, well, the progression doesn't really matter. We are seeing a trend where developers are scared of their own audiences. They view PvP as toxicity rather than a valid gameplay mechanic. But in a post-apocalyptic wasteland, shooting a rival for some cause isn't toxic. It's the plot of the game. If I know I'm in a safe lobby because my social collaboration score is high, I'm going to get bored in a week. And Ark Raiders is a masterpiece of atmosphere, but it is suffering from a massive identity crisis. Embark, stop trying to collaborate us into being nice. Stop shaming the raiders. Let the wasteland be a wasteland. I know this is going to be a 50-50 split. Some of you love the shared watch vibe. Others think Embark is over-engineering the fun out of the game. I want to see the war in the comments. If you think I'm a toxic sweat, tell me why. If you agree that the tension is being killed by social engineering, let's hear it. Subscribe and hit the bell, and I'm tracking the dev updates and talking about social experiments. Are you a raider, or are you just a guest in Embark's experiment?
So before we end, where does this leave us? Ark Raiders is sitting on a knife edge. It has the potential to be the genre-defining extraction shooter of this generation. But right now, it's been held back by a developer that seems terrified of its own creation. So as we've said, Embark built a wolf, but they're desperately trying to train it to be a golden retriever. By trying to socially engineer kindness through mechanics like aggression-based matchmaking and the shared watch event, they aren't fixing toxicity. They are sterilizing the very thing that makes this genre so addictive, the unpredictability of human choice. The most memorable moments in extraction shooters aren't the peaceful handshakes at the extract. They are the betrayals, the near misses, and the clutch victories against impossible odds. Embark needs to remember that before they calibrate the fun right out of existence. Now, this video is the analysis. This is the deep dive. But where are we going to put these theories to the test? Where are we going to see what actually happens in these hostile lobbies? That's happening over on our Kick. YouTube is for the polished breakdown, but my Kick channel is where the war is going to be fought, live and unfiltered, and just a place to hang out and game. I'm going to be streaming my runs on a purely hostile account. We are going straight into the sweat pits that Embark is trying to hide to see if they've created a toxic wasteland for the ultimate competitive challenge. So if you want to see the reality of Ark Raiders, no dev blogs, no kindness events, just raw uncensored gameplay where we get some dubs but we also get folded in, then you need to follow the Kick channel. The link is in the description. Don't just watch the debate here on YouTube. Come join the front line on Kick and we'll get some games in together. So let's see what happens when you refuse to be calibrated. I'll see you over there.